All right, guys. Now, Shannon Sharpe is starting to get on my last nerves, man. Okay? He's starting to get on my last nerves. Like, literally. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you definitely subscribe to all my channels. Live streams are back on Living Room Gangster TV. Make sure you subscribe to that channel so you can join us for the live streams in the afternoon. And make sure you get a channel membership. Join this channel. Get a channel membership. We're up to, I think, 120. Our goal is 200. So make sure you hit the link to join the channel as a member. That way I can post more and more content. So let's get into this. Shannon Sharpe, who has a character called Uncle Shay Shay, where he literally dons a wave cap, puts a black and mild in his mouth, and starts pouring out Hennessy and talking in a stereotypical black Southern dialect. Now, if any other sports personality did this, Shannon Sharpe would be calling him a coon. Let's just start right there. If, let's just say Jason Whitlock did this, had a character where he dressed up in front of a white man and a white woman, which is what's on Fox Sports 1, Jenny Taft and Skip Bayless. He gets in front of a white woman and a white man, throws on a wave cap, sticks a black and mild in his mouth, and starts pouring Hennessy and talking in a stereotypical black voice. Would Shannon Sharpe not call that person a coon? Would you not call that person a coon? Would you not at least be like, damn, bro, that's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? But okay, fine. Shannon Sharpe gets a pass. Because he's Shannon Sharpe. He gets a pass. Cool. Now, what if that same guy was in a relationship with a white woman? The same guy who got on TV, threw on a wave cap, threw a black mild in his mouth, started pouring Hennessy and talking in a stereotypical black dialect. What if that guy had a white girlfriend? Would that up the ante? Would that magnify it? Would that add exponentially any coonery to the situation? Would that multiply the coon? Would that add a car to the coon train? And then what if that guy got on TV every day and saw race around every corner? Everything was about race. Everybody was racist. You can't trust white people. If you're a black person, constantly be on the lookout for white people. They're always out to get you. The whole system's out to get you. Make sure you worry. Make sure you're looking over your shoulder for white people all the time, because you know that's what black people do when they're in black neighborhoods and they're in black areas where they live and reside at. They're constantly looking over their shoulder for white people. So now that guy's going after Tom Brady. So Shannon Sharpe is dredging up Tom Brady having a MAGA hat in his locker room 5 years ago. You know, back when everybody was friends with Donald Trump. Not just Tom Brady. but everybody. Back when everybody was friends with good old Donald Trump. When even Snoop Dogg was friends with Donald Trump before he hated Donald Trump and started liking him again after Donald Trump helped him free his buddy Harry O. So Snoop has had an up and down relationship with Trump. He liked him at first. Then when the white liberals told him not to like him, he stopped liking him. And then when he needed a favor from Trump, he started liking Trump again. You know, and when Tom Brady had this MAGA hat in his locker, this was during the time when Tom Brady had that MAGA hat in his locker. This was during the time when everybody was friends with Trump. Everybody liked Trump. I mean, he funded all these guys' causes. He donated money. These guys loved to have him at these charitable events, at fundraisers. Trump was invited to every fundraiser that every black celebrity threw. You know why? Guess why Trump was always invited to these black celebrities' fundraisers? I'm going to give y'all a Jeopardy moment. Why was Trump always invited to all of these black celebrities' fundraisers and their galas and their events? Give me, just think about it for a second. I want y'all to think about this for a second. Tell me why you think Trump was always invited to, whenever a black celebrity or a black activist had a fundraiser or a gala or a party or a dinner. Give me your estimation of why Trump was always invited. Whenever these black celebrities prior to 2016 had anything, any kind of function, any kind of, because remember, Tom Brady's the worst person in the world for having a MAGA hat in 2015. Prior to 2016, I want you guys to tell me why Donald Trump was invited to every fundraiser, every function, every gala, every party, every social that these black celebrities had. All of them. Now, he couldn't come to all of them. He went to as many as he could because he had his own things going. He owns over 1,000 properties, buildings, golf courses, you know, all over the world, different countries. You know, he loved women. He got women all over the place. So he didn't have a lot of time to go to all of their galas. But he was invited to every single one. Explain to me why black people had him on their TV shows. Why it was okay to have Donald Trump as a guest on your TV show. Just explain to me this. I'm looking for answers, and I don't know everything. Unlike Shannon Sharpe, our friend Shannon Sharpe, who sees race around every corner and has a microwave memory, I have a decent memory. Not great, decent memory. I can remember names. If I see somebody I went to elementary school with, 5 times out of 10, I can remember their name and their last name. You know, especially if they were in my homeroom class. I can remember their whole name if they was in my homeroom class. But I got a decent memory. But I'm just curious. Like, it's just because Tom Brady is the worst person in the world. So if Tom Brady is such a bad guy for being friends with Donald Trump before 2016, right? When he instantly became a racist. Wouldn't that by proxy make all of the black celebrities and socialites and activists who took Donald Trump's money and used it to fund organizations, movements, charities, programs that they were doing in their community, wouldn't that make them also bad people? I'm just trying to figure this out here, because it's well known and it's well documented. This is no secret. Donald Trump funded a lot of the Rainbow Coalition, Operation Push, the Black Action Network, the one Sharpton has. He funded a lot of that stuff. His dollars funded that. It's not a secret. You can go look this up. These are not things that are secrets. It's nothing that you gotta go into like the secret chamber of the Library of Congress. You gotta like give the lady at the front desk at the Library of Congress the secret handshake, and then a trap door opens up, and then you go down 3 levels, and then you got to give a password, and then you get to view some document that shows you this. This stuff is known. Donald Trump funded a lot of these people's activism and things they did in the community. He was friends with all these guys, all types of rappers. It didn't have to be the top flight rappers. It didn't have to be Jay-Z or Diddy, you know. It didn't have to be the top of the top rappers. He was cool with all the rappers. As you can see, when they came to him with the pardons, he wasn't looking at like Kodak Black, because he'd been friends with the Kodak Blacks of the world. He'd been sociable and cordial and friendly with the Kodak Blacks of the world and the Harry O's of the world. You think the first time he done met been cool with a black thug was when he freed Kodak Black? I mean, are we seriously? Are we going to sit here and act like Donald Trump from New York City, a 70-year-old man from New York City, first time he heard about a black thug was Harry O and Kodak Black 2 weeks ago? He's been around these people.
In his NFL record, 10 Super Bowl, but he remains a divisive figure on social media. The internet was quick to remind fans yesterday that Brady has long been a friend of ex-President Donald Trump, even featuring a Make America Great Again hat in his locker several years ago in New England. So, Shannon, how much did that hat impact your view of Tom Brady?
It changed my view of Tom. I understood what Tom was for a very, very long time, Skip. He put that hat in there for a reason, letting you know that I support my friend Donald Trump, and no matter what he says, I support it. Skip, Mark McGuire was not trying to hide the fact that he was taking Andrew Sting-Dion. Skip was right there front seat in his locker. When you panned to it, you saw all the bubble.
But I thought that was a diversion.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he was taking
that's the lights.
Yeah, he was taking that on top of the other stuff. But that's the hat.
Okay.
I put the hat there, yeah, I support him, but I support him in another way. Skip, let me ask you a question. And I know people are reading a little bit of the article where they tried to make the parallel between Colin Kaepernick and Tom Brady. But I got a better comparison. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, LeBron James says, my friend, Minister Farrakhan. How would America react? You see, blacks have always had to be very, very quiet about who our friends are. They made President Obama disavow Reverend Wright. Donald Trump stayed front and center with David Duke. A lot of these radical ministers that says things that are...
When did Donald Trump stand front and center with David Duke? That's just a flat out lie. That's a lie. When did Donald Trump ever stand front and center with David Duke? I bet you can't. I bet you can't show me a time. I bet you can't show me a time Donald Trump stood for and said what David Duke. And about Minister Farrakhan, I wanted to touch on that. Minister Farrakhan is a great leader, and I lost a job talking about Minister Farrakhan, defending him. I worked at a place called the Strawberry Street Cafe in Richmond, Virginia, when I was in college. And one day, the guys, it was a bunch of white guys there talking bad about Farrakhan after work. Well, we were at the bar because we used to get free drinks after our shift. And I defended Farrakhan. The next day I came in, and my code didn't work. And I went to my Jewish boss, and I asked him why it didn't work. And he said, look, it's just not going to work out with you here. We'll send you your check in a few weeks. It's just not going to work out. And I'm convinced that it's no coincidence that the night before I defended Farrakhan at the bar with a bunch of white guys talking crap about Farrakhan, and the next day I came in and to punch in and my code didn't work. And I'm from Washington, D.C., and that's where he's had his biggest moments. Farrakhan's had his biggest moments, right in my hometown. So I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I don't respect Farrakhan. I don't admire him. He's a great speaker. I think he's a great man. I have a ton of respect for Farrakhan, and I don't care what he says, but I do understand why Jews don't like him. I understand. If I was a Jewish person, I wouldn't like Farrakhan. I wouldn't. But I'm black, so I really do like Farrakhan, and I think he's a great man. What he does, what the Nation of Islam has done in the black community. They went into one of the worst neighborhoods in D.C. back in the 80s, Clifton Terrace. I mean, a drug-ridden, horrible neighborhood with bow ties. I'm talking about these guys didn't have weapons. They didn't have guns. They were armed with bow ties. And they cleaned up one of the worst neighborhoods in D.C. and made it livable for the residents who weren't in the drug game, the residents that weren't in the streets, the residents who weren't drug addicts, the residents that were hardworking residents of that neighborhood, the family people of that neighborhood, the people that, the students, the cashiers, the bus drivers that lived in that neighborhood. It became a place where they could feel safe after the Nation of Islam went in there. The Nation of Islam has saved a lot of brothers' booties in prison. If you go to jail and you join the Nation of Islam, you safe, Jack. They will protect you. They are respected in any prison. If you go to prison and you don't want to join the gang, because you don't want to be getting in the back and forth with the other gangs and all the static, the real trouble that come with being in the prison gang, join the Nation of Islam. They will protect you. So Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam have done a lot of great things. When you come home from jail, they will give you some products on consignment: bean pies, incense, perfumes, smell goods, as they call them, oils that you can go sell and make you some money on the street. Final call newspapers, where a lot of these brothers can't find work. The Nation of Islam will give them work. Okay? A lot of brothers done met their wives at the masjid, at the temple. So I have a ton of respect for Louis Farrakhan, and I don't care what nobody else thinks about it. However, Shannon Sharpe says black athletes can't take pictures with Louis Farrakhan. They can't say they're friends with Louis Farrakhan. No, they won't. Louis Farrakhan would have been president of the United States before Donald Trump if LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick and Puff Daddy and Jay-Z legitimized him. They were scared. You gonna tell me that LeBron James gonna instantly lose all his fame if tomorrow he say he down with Louis Farrakhan? It's gonna be a 2-day story, and then people gonna start saying, well, damn, let me check out Louis Farrakhan. You think of Stacey Abrams, the vehicle, the machine she created to get Joe Biden elected. And salute to Stacey Abrams. A lot of people don't like her, but I'm like, hats off. Like, I'm just like, damn. Like, what she did, man, I respect greatness. She literally created a machine, the machine that got Joe Biden elected. Cause and Joe Biden told black people that if they're not really black if they don't vote for him. Joe Biden created a crime bill that locked up more black people than slavery. So if she could get that many votes for that guy, and 95% of black women to vote for that guy, are you telling me that she couldn't have gotten that same machine behind Louis Farrakhan and gotten him elected as president? With all the money from all the black celebrities and ball players? Black celebrities made you, they line up against, they align themselves with criminals like George Floyd and Jacob Blake all the time. Rashad Brooks. They align themselves with criminals like Freddie Gray all the time. These are criminals. Whether you want to say they deserve to die or not, these guys are dope dealers and drug addicts and robbers and child abusers. And domestic violencers. Why Shannon Sharpe in 2021 said, we can't lie, we can't say Mary Farrakhan because we gonna get in trouble? Really? After all the power that black people been wielding in the last year, Shannon Sharpe gets on TV, I can't say nothing about Farrakhan because I was get in trouble.
I put the hat there, y'all support him, but I support him in another way. Skip, let me ask you a question. And I know people are reading a little bit of the article where they tried to make the parallel between Colin Kaepernick and Tom Brady. But I got a better comparison. Let's just say for the sake of argument, LeBron James says, my friend, Minister Farrakhan. How would America react? You see, blacks have always had to be very, very quiet about who our friends are. They made President Obama disavow Reverend Wright. Donald Trump stand front and center with David Duke. A lot of these radical ministers that says things that are controversial, he doesn't have to, I don't know who they are. All he says, I don't know who they are. LeBron James can never say, a prominent black athlete can never say, Minister Farrakhan is just my friend. They try to cancel anybody with the just mere mention of Mr. Farrakhan's name. Because we like Tom Brady.
Although, just a quick point of order, after all LeBron has done for this country,
Let him say it.
Well, if anyone can get away with saying that, he could, but go ahead.
He can get away with that one, Skip.
Okay.
There are certain things, Skip, we've seen guys that have mentioned in society have tried to what we call the cancel culture now.
Yeah.
And that's what we are, Skip. If we like somebody, we're more forgiving of their actions. We're more forgiving of their words, their deeds. If we don't like you, we will go to heaven and earth. We'll go back 15 years, how long Twitter's been on, and we'll scroll and try to find something that you said 15 years ago. If we don't like, kind of like Tiger. You watched the documentary on Tiger?
I did. We need to talk about it.
You see what it did, Skip? Once they got him on the radar, they never let go. They went to heaven and earth because they wanted to bring it down. When they want to bring you down, they'll move heaven and earth.
But isn't that what you guys did to Donald Trump while he was the president? Donald Trump, a billionaire and president, y'all took him down. Y'all used stuff from 15 years ago. They pulled up some thing from the 70s where some black lady with 1,000 kids, one of the properties that Donald Trump had, she got into it with the property manager there, and she sued a building that Donald Trump owned, one of the 1,000 buildings he owned, because the property manager wouldn't rent to her. And they pulled that up and put that on Donald Trump, like Donald Trump sitting at the front desk of one of his buildings reviewing rental applications. And that was the only one they had. And they pulled that up from 1970s. They pulled up the Access Hollywood video right before the 2016 election. That was from 2000s. They pulled up every day. They destroyed Donald Trump every night on CNN and MSNBC. They're still talking about Donald Trump. They took him down. He's not the president anymore. But Shannon Sharpe is making it seem like this only happens to black people. It's offensive. If I was white, I would find that offensive. The only people that get taken down or canceled in this country are black people? Really?
You watched the documentary on Tom
I
Brady?
did. We need to talk about it.
You see what it did, Skip? Once they got him on the radar, they never let go. They went to heaven and earth because they wanted to bring him down. When they want to bring you down, they'll move heaven and earth. If not, they'll catch
Although he went a long way to bring himself down, but go ahead.
Yes. He didn't do anything public. You had to snoop. You had to find that out. He wasn't doing it in public. But that's all I'm saying, Skip. Look, that's his friend. He says that's his friend. It's kind of hard to separate, Skip, when you got a friend that's as divisive as this, and you say that's still my friend when you know what he stands for.
Yep.
That Make America hat, that MAGA hat, you put that there for a reason. And you know how divisive it was going to be. And you didn't take it down until you caught criticism. Didn't change what you thought. So for me, Tom Brady, I still look at Tom Brady as a great, great player. Been around him a little bit, don't know him that well, but it didn't change what I thought of him, because I think what I think of a lot of people when it comes to President Trump, they think with their back pocket, and
Yep.
that's it.
I hear every word you just spoke, and I disqualify myself on this topic only because I'm not as politically oriented as I've always told you as you are.
Okay, so they cut the commercial on Skip because they didn't want Skip to lose his job and get canceled. Be the first white person to ever get canceled for what he was about to say in defense of Tom Brady in the MAGA hat situation. So they cut the commercial. But this guy right here, who dresses up like an old drunk black uncle from the projects, on his TV show with a white woman and a white guy, is running around seeing racism under every stone, around every corner. Get in the comment section, man. Like, subscribe, donate. Peace. I'm out.